Good morning, agents, and welcome to another daily episode of Targeted Loot today for October 17th. The series that shows you the Targeted Loot map, farming tips and tricks, vendor reset highlights, and much more. I'm Agent Shadow, and if you enjoy my content, please consider smashing the subscribe and like buttons below. In the pinned comment, there are links to join my Discord and clan, support my channel like becoming a member, a promo code for my merchandise, a lot more, but we'll cover that at the end of the video. Let's go ahead and get started with the DZ first and the highlights from the vendors this week, DC, and then finally New York City Target Loot highlights last. Also remember, in my video description, check that every day if you need to. I got all sorts of information like spreadsheets, gear spreadsheets, with all the named DZ exclusives, everything that you need for this game. Anyway, let's get started with the highlights. So of course we got the everyday carrier at the clan with perfectly efficient. That's something you can pick up in the light zone area that I'm aware of this week. Over in DZ West, we got the Walker and Harrison Co. targeted loot. So at the vendor, you can get the Emperor's Guard knee pads, rolls with the skill tier, 1% armor regen, and then some hazard protection. That's actually a really good roll. A pretty rare DZ exclusive, so I would pick that up. It's 152 DZ resources. As far as Walker Harrison Co. targeted loot goes, you can get the Matador with perfect adrenaline rush, and you can even get the Chain Killer with perfect headhunter on it. Now, of course, the Matador with perfect adrenaline rush is the DZ exclusive, so I would pick that up today. Over here in DZ South, we really don't have much. We got Petrov, which doesn't have a DZ exclusive, and there's nothing at the vendor that's worth mentioning. But over here on DZ East, we do have quite a bit. So first off, starting with the vendor for DZ East, we do have the White Death rolled with Vindictive. That is one of the best MMRs in this game, so I would definitely pick that up if you don't have one. I don't believe that it's a Dark Zone exclusive. It might be, but it's definitely in the DZ East vendor this week if you want to pick it up. As far as backpacks go, there's a few backpacks that are named DZ exclusives. My favorite one being the Gift with Perfect Vigilance. I personally experience more drops with the Gift when Providence Defense is targeted loot for the Dark Zone, but of course, it still technically drops from backpack targeted loot in the Dark Zone. But it also can drop the Matador with perfect adrenaline rush, which I would highly recommend farming just Walker Harrison Co. so that you can get just that backpack. And then of course you can get the Devil's Due backpack, which comes with perfect clutch. Although perfect clutch, it's a Seska backpack. It's really not that useful anymore. Perfect clutch used to be amazing, but nowadays I can't really get it to work on any builds that require heroic difficulty or higher. But anyway, that's all you can get today in the Dark Zone highlights and the vendors. Let's go check out the Northside targeted loot highlights. Alright, agents, we're over here on the Northside targeted loot highlights, starting off with Camp White Oak and also the invaded missions. We got Camp White Oak, Jefferson Trade Center, American History Museum, and the strongholds are District Union Arena and Tidal Basin at the very end. So we got shotguns at Camp White Oak. You can go ahead and get the Sweet Dreams exotic shotgun here. That's a pretty easy shotgun to drop. And then the three best shotguns in this game are the new one, the Mop, that comes with 10% armor on kill as the third attribute. Roll close and personal on that as the talent. That's what I highly recommend. Or in sync if you got like a skill build going on. And then the other two are the custom M870 and then of course the Marine Super 90. Now I have a build video that has both of those shotguns in it, multiple build videos. I'll put one in the top right card right now. We got chest pieces at Coney Island Ballpark, so you can look for the Tardigrade exotic chest piece. And like I mentioned yesterday, the Ridgeway's Pride, for someone like me who's finished that project and has the Ridgeway's Pride, I can get that to drop from chest targeted loot. So if anyone else has one and wants to refarm one for whatever reason, you can. And you can also share it with a clan member, a group member, or whatever, and then they can skip the project altogether and go by the blueprint from Inya. We got assault rifles at the amusement park, so that's the exotic Chameleon. You can get Burnout named FAMAS, Maniac named Military AKM. You can get the Future Perfection talent on the Mechanical Animal. There's all sorts of named ARs. The top tier ones, the best assault rifles in the game, is the FAMAS, the military AKM, Police M4, G36, and Carbine 7. We do got gloves at Manning National Zoo, BTSU gloves and contractors gloves with 8% damage to armor is what you're looking for here. And then finally, at the summit, we got submachine guns. Now, this is another good day for the summit. And like I've mentioned previously before, and like they said a week or two ago in the state of the game, pretty soon in title update 11.1, which is probably coming out in a week or so, it might be next week, you're going to be able to pick your own targeted loot in Summit, and it's even going to be set individually by gear sets as well. And I believe the gear set system that they do in Summit in title update 11.1 it might also be coming to the open world DC, so that's pretty cool. Otherwise, submachine guns, you can get the Lady Death, you can refarm the Chatterbox. If you don't have the Chatterbox, I have a guide on how to get it in the top right card right now. You can get a good Vector variant or an MPX. Those are the best SMGs in the game. You can't get the Dark Winter or the Apartment. Those are DZ exclusives, although you might be able to get them from Targeted Loot Rewards. I think I've gotten the Dark Winter before from a Targeted Loot Reward. Comment below if you've ever gotten the Dark Winter or the Apartment. Definitely the Dark Winter from a Targeted Loot Reward. The Apartment's for sure a DZ exclusive. And then, of course, you can get the Safety Distance with Perfect Outsider and Swap Chain. I don't know about Swap Chain, but Safety Distance is pretty good. Rogue Gold has a good build video on that. Alright, let's go check out the west side. Alright, agents, we're over here on the west side, Targeted Loot highlights. I did want to start this all off with the legendary loot. So we got Hana-U at Roosevelt Island. We do got Seska at District Union Arena and Alps Summit at Capitol Building. Now, starting off with the west side, we do have holsters over here in downtown west if you're looking for the Imperial Dynasty holster or the Forge holster, which gives you an extra 50% shield health. That's a whole other skill tier of shield health to you. Grupo Sombro at DCD, you can get 1 piece for DPS builds, 2 pieces for explosive skill damage builds. You got Overlord at the White House, so that's the Fox's Prayer knee pads. That's 8% damage to targets out of cover. That's the best damage in the game, multiplicative damage, and it's usually worth it to run on almost every build. Rifles at Foggy Bottom, you can get the Diamondback and Merciless exotics, and then of course you can get a good classic M1A, or I actually like the M1A CQB. It has a very high rate of fire, and it doesn't have such high recoil. But the best rifle damage talent you can roll on those is of course Boomerang, Ranger, and Rifleman. You can also get the Baker's Dozen with Perfect Lucky Shot. I know that's really good for console players. Hana-U at Roosevelt Island, you can get the Force Multiplier Backpack with Perfect Combined Arms. That gives you an extra 30% skill damage every 3 seconds as long as you're hitting an NPC or player. Always worth running. Get one with Skill Haste and Skill Damage. Now we got gear sets at Lincoln Memorial. Fastest mission to run in this game besides DCD, and it's got 3 bosses at the end. Great day if you're looking for like Hunter's Prey or something, I'm probably going to be farming for 1 more piece of Hunter's Prey that I need, that I want maxed out completely. But you can get everything except for System Corruption, which is a DZ exclusive, and then the Foundry Bulwark and Future Initiative chest and backpack pieces. Those are still exclusive to this Iron Horse raid. And then the last 2 things I see on this list today are Douglas and Harding at DARPA, so you can get the Punch Drunk Mask with 20% headshot damage baked right into it. That goes great with the Perfect Headhunter build and a Dodge City holster build. And then light machine guns at the Pentagon, you can get the exotic Bullet King or Pestilence. And then of course a named LMG like the Carnage, the Sleipner, which you can craft at the White House. Good Times with Perfect Fast Hands, New Reliable, and the Quiet Roar. There's a lot of named LMGs in this game. And then as far as MMRs at West Potomac Park, you can get the White Death, I believe, and the Light Zone. And then also you can get the Elk's Ekim's Long Stick. I think that has Perfect Ranger on it. Alright, let's go check out the East Side Targeted Loot highlights. Alright, agents, we're over here on the East Side Targeted Loot highlights. First thing I see is Bellstone Armory at Judiciary Square. So if you're looking for the everyday carrier with perfectly efficient, then there you go. Or just a good piece of Bellstone Armory, of course. As well as that, I believe you can get the Liquid Engineer with Perfect Bloodsucker from Targeted Loot Rewards. I hear a lot of conflicting things. Hey, I've gotten it from the Light Zone. But it always says rewarded. So I'm guessing you either got it from the Season 3 track reward or a Season 3 cash, or you actually did get it from Target to Loot rewards. You know, like when you finish an activity or mission, then it gifts you that. I'm still unclear on that, as the spreadsheet in the video description says it's a DZ exclusive. Socolo Concern at Viewpoint Museum. Just like I think I said yesterday with Socolo Concern, you usually want a vest or chest or backpack piece that has Vigilance or Adrenaline Rush or Intimidate or Obliterate on it. All red, weapon damage, crit hit chance, and crit hit damage. Gear system mods at Jefferson Trade Center. You just try to get max gear system mods. Just run it on Heroic, and you should be able to get a good maxed out gear system mod. That's how I got all my 12% crit hit damage mods, 6% crit hit chance mods, 20% repair skills, all that good stuff. We got doubles for Grupo Sombro, Badger Tough at Air and Space for the 0F's chest piece with Perfect Unbreakable. That gives you all your armor back when you lose your armor every 55 seconds, and it gives you 10% shotgun damage as the first bonus. Alp Summit at Capitol Building Stronghold. I always just say get a chest with Empathetic Resolve as, for a healer build. You can also get the Percussive Maintenance with Perfect Tech Support, although it just should roll on something like Wyvern Wear or on Hana Yu because it's an offensive skill damage, talent. It increases your skill damage by, I think, 25% for 25 seconds. It's odd because Alp Summit's repair skills. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the east side. Let's go check out what we got in New York City Target to Loot highlights, and I'll let you guys go. Alright, agents. Lastly, we're at New York City Target to Loot highlights. So, I see Providence Defense at Financial District, so if you need the Sacrifice with Perfect Glass Cannon, you can grab that. Although I prefer Obliterate or Intimidate highly over Glass Cannon, even in skill builds usually. You can, of course, go get that. As well as trying to find more better roles for your older DPS builds, or if you still use Providence Defense on your DPS builds. Doubles for SMGs at Liberty Island. Petrov over here at Pathway Park. This is the best place to farm for Contractor's Gloves with that 8% damage to armor, because it's a Petrov, brand from Contractor's Gloves. So instead of farming gloves Target to Loot and having the chance for a bunch of gloves, BTSU, and Contractors to drop, at least with Petrov, you just have Petrov stuff and then the Contractor's Gloves to drop. Knee pads over here at Civic Center. You can get the Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads, which gives you 25% bonus armor when you cover to cover and vault, and it reloads your weapon. Sawyer's knee pads, which gives you up to 30% extra weapon damage as long as you're sitting still. And then lastly, the Fox's Prayer knee pads with that 8% damage targets out of cover, but I highly recommend farming Overlord for Fox's Prayer. And then yeah, that's pretty much it for the New York City Target to Loot highlights. I apologize for yesterday when 511 Tactical was in the DZ West. That would have been a good day to farm Death Grips. I corrected myself in the comments section, but I'm sorry for not doing it in the video itself. Alright, agents, well that was the Target to Loot for today. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed my content. If you would like to become a member for support and exclusive perks, click the join button below to further support my dream of being a full-time content creator. Or you can grab some Shadow Gaming merchandise. I just put up a new listing about a week and a half ago. I got a promo code, all sorts of stuff going on with this listing. It's awesome stuff. I actually ordered a cloth mask myself for my whole family because I really like the design. It looks really cool to me. And we need masks, of course. But anyway, I got a promo code that gives you free shipping for I believe the next 6 days. That's Shadow99 in all lowercase if you want to grab something with free shipping this week. And then of course you can support me on alt tech like Patreon and Subscribestar. But really, if you're still watching this video right now to the end, thank you. That's truly the best way to support me, and of course whitelist me on your ad blocker. Take care, agents, and be sure to stay tuned for more daily, dedicated Division 2 content. This is Agent Shadow signing off. I will see you in the next video. Take care, agents.